Well, hello, everybody. It's Brother Todd with your Victory Minute, and I hope you guys and gals out there are all having a great day. Now, for those of y'all that's known me a long time, don't worry, the goatee's not coming back. I got a fever blister, and I'm too much of a wimp to shave up there close to it, so I thought I'm going to pull out old school looking Brother Todd. Those of y'all that know me know I either had a mustache or a goatee just about all my adult life, but that look is gone. Anyhow, I do, boy, I tell you, I look bad enough without a beard. I look terrible with one that's got some white and everything. But anyhow, you probably can't tell in this picture, but the fog has been heavy. It's up after 9 o'clock in the morning as I'm making this. It's just now starting to kind of lighten up. I came up to town. I went to the office real early this morning and felt like I need to move around some, so I need to get an inspection sticker on that truck back there behind y'all. And behind the camera, and Dale wasn't open yet. And as I was trying to ease out there on the Washington Street there in Kaufman, it was foggy, and I was trying to make sure I didn't hit anybody or anything. And I said out loud, I said, Lord, this fog makes it hard to get where you want to go. This fog will make it hard to get where you want to go. And as soon as I said that, I said, I know what I'm going to do this minute on, because it's something I've been thinking about asking you for a couple of days, just hadn't made one to ask the question. The question is, how's that New Year's resolution going? Oh yeah, there's Brother Todd with the voice of reality, taking all the fun out of all the good intentions we had. Old fog can keep you from getting where you want to go. It can keep you from, make it hard to get where you want to go. Have you noticed with your resolutions, whether they're about your weight, like it has been with me, and those kinds of things, or your spiritual resolutions, your mental ones, that boy, there's a lot of things that can really just hinder you from getting to where you want to go. Like this old fog, it just slows you down. I'm going to tell you something. This old fog is just a reality of the world. I'm not talking about this one that's hazing around us right now. I'm talking about the old fog, the things that get into our life, that get in our way and weigh us down. The writer of Hebrews said, let's lay off every weight and the sin that so easily besets us, looking unto Jesus. Think about those two things. Get all the weight off. That's not sin. That's circumstances. It's not sin. He goes on to talk about sin and the sin that so easily entangles. He singles that out. But circumstances and sin can just flat out get in your way. They can slow you down to the point that you never get to going on what you intend to do. Back 30 years ago now, about the time I started preaching, it became in fashion amongst preachers to start putting the word the letters AL on the end of just about every church word. Everything got relational. Everything got missional, right? And bless their hearts, they used it to the point that I told somebody, I said, I see the word missional one more time, I'm gonna pull my hair out. But what the people who were pressing those words was trying to get across is that a church can have an idea of mission, but unless it's missional, it's not doing anything. Does that make sense? That little AL throws on the end of that word says action. I can have intention and not be intentional. Does that make sense? I can have a New Year's resolution. I can have good intentions about it, but am I going to act? When you're dealing with circumstances and the sin that so easily besets us, you've got to act. If you're going to have those New Year's resolutions becomes real, if they're going to become fact, you have to act. You have to act. I'm about to start a whole new phase with my physically. And I'd like to say it's a New Year's resolution. It's just something I've got to get done. Here about a year and a half ago, I developed type 2 diabetes. And while I have it under control and I do pretty well with it, there's one thing I can do that will really help, and that is to drop more weight and to be able to get back to where I was physically not as strong perhaps, but at least in as good a shape as I was back before COVID. Because before COVID hit, I got sick for a little bit, and boy, I hadn't really been right since then. Well, it's time to act. Now that goes into everything, getting away from this holiday and the food and all that kind of stuff, and making those better choices. You know, I've eaten my last pizza till I gave myself, I'm going to give myself a present. Misty and I will be married 36 years, May the 24th. And I said, okay, after the 24th of May, I can have pizza. I had some pizza. I love pizza. But anyway, you start acting. You got to start moving. And the truth is about this fog, while you can't really make it out in here now, it's really easing up. When I left out real early this morning, I left out, oh Lord, 4 or 5, I think. It was dark. And where I live is a town called Rosser. Well, Rosser is low. It's a kind of one step up out of the Trinity River bottoms, and then you kind of come up another step and you kind of get up here around this kind of country. And boy, it holds fog. It holds fog. It was so black, and it was so dark, and the fog was so heavy. It was just, I had to ease out. I mean, it takes a lot for me to drive slow, and I had to go slow, but you catch this. But I had to move. I knew if I could get up that hill, then it was going to get easier going. And I'm going to tell you, the things you're wanting to do, whether they're spiritual intentions, they're emotional intentions, relational intentions, physical intentions, you just got to start moving. You might not, and you're not going to be able to get as fast as you want to be, but you do have to get going. I knew, because I've been there too many times. I've driven up that hill out of Rosser all my life. I knew that as soon as I got halfway up that hill, it was going to get better. But I couldn't just sit there in Rosser and wait on it. So you kind of following me? Fog can get in your way. Circumstances are what they are. Your family situations, your health situation, where you're at spiritually. I mean, you might not know the difference in Jesus and Judas right now, but you can, start. You can start. If all your resolutions is good intentions, I don't know who said it first, but it's been said a lot. The path to hell is paved with good intentions. So put that AL on the end of it. Get intentional. Find you something you can act on. A lot of times, just a change in routine is all you need. You need about 30 days to get comfortable with a new habit. For me, like physically, I'm going to change gyms. The one I'm at right now, I love it. And they do a great job, but they're on the far side of Ennis. It's hard for me to get over there, and my schedule's kind of changing on some things I'm going to be doing in the office early in the mornings. I need to come to Kaufman, which is the other direction, excuse me. And I got a buddy that's opening up a new gym, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to change my whole environment, okay? I'm going to change the whole time I come. If you're having trouble getting your Bible read, change times. Change times. I'll tell you, the easiest thing you could ever do with your Bible is get up earlier. Get up earlier. Get up earlier. Get up 15 minutes earlier tomorrow. Take the extra 15 minutes you got, sit down, get on your phone, wherever it is you read your Bible, and just start. It's not the finish. You're not going to be able to run, but you know what? You can get going. You might not can fix your marriage in a day, but you know what? You can be more pleasant. You can put up with something. You can be kind. You can smile, right? Just get moving. All right. Speaking of getting moving, that's what I better get done. And as I look at this little screen, I'm thinking, I never knew what I was really thinking with that goatee look. But anyhow, catch y'all later. Have a great new year. Bye-bye.